What a day for Arsenal. They are back on top of the Premier League table after winning the game of Brighton by 2-0. And it was really a very good game of football by Arsenal. They dominated this game of football in every half. But the number of goals they scored cannot obviously come out and reflect exactly what really transpired on the field of play, because Arsenal really had everything at their foot, and Brighton were second best in everything at that stadium of Emirates. And it shows you the quality and the additions that Arsenal have gone ahead to make into that team in far as transfers are really concerned. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button close to 300 times as you Arsenal fans celebrate your win against this side. That is none other than Brighton. Brighton came into this game of football when they had just gone ahead to play on a Thursday, and it showed you that they really lacked energy. And Arsenal really overstretched them. I told you that it's going to be a very big factor in this game because Arsenal had rested close to 7 or 8 players. You know that very well. They had rested 7 to 8 players and they never kicked a ball when they were in PSV, and their intensity never dropped off. You saw to it that Arsenal's intensity was almost the same from the first minute of the game to the last minute of the full 90 when the referee blew the last whistle. And it was like Arsenal were just unlucky, to really end the first half when it's 0-0. It was really very lucky for Brighton and very unlucky for Arsenal, because Arsenal had chances, but they failed to obviously kill them off. But there is one thing I've gone ahead to notice about Saka and Martinelli. These people are turning out into being predictable. Every time they obviously get the ball, they look towards the byline. Have you noticed that in this game? Or in all the previous games, they run towards the byline. And have you seen that every time they obviously cut or chop inside and really run towards the goal, not towards the byline, that's when they score goals. That's when they become a threat for the opponent. But if they don't really change that, it won't really give Arsenal easy results. And today, you've seen it out that Arsenal needed that brush from Van Heck, towards the back post to obviously see Jesus really scoring his 3rd Premier League goal of the season, And for the second one, it was really a very nice build-up. And it's one of the things that I noted on my sheet here when I was obviously watching this game. I've noted that Arsenal does slow the game a little bit, Look at how that second goal came in through. And tell me in the first half, do you know how many opportunities Arsenal got like that to obviously break through and really hit this team on a break and release the ball quickly? If you do quick passes, there is no way your opponent will obviously match up with you, because Arsenal really having good, talented and ultra-fast players in their front third. So, Odegaard gets that ball. I think it's Trossard. He feeds Odegaard. Odegaard makes a very good turn on the ball. Then he releases Edin Nketiah. And Edin Nketiah takes one extra touch and releases Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz drives it well into a very good vicinity in the face of goal and really hits that ball to make it 2-0. And I said, why did it take Arsenal all this long to do this? Because it was written all over the world that that's what Arsenal needed to do. Brighton always closed down Arsenal attacks because Arsenal couldn't do quick passing. And you saw to it that when they did the quick passing, they immediately got a second goal that really cut them off the thread, because they were really leading by 1-0, and anything would have gone ahead to be possible. Anything would have gone ahead to be possible for that guy. De Zerbi, when the game was 1-0, he went ahead to obviously bring in João Pedro. He brought in 3 players on the field of play, and Brighton started to pile pressure as they searched for a goal to level up. So Arsenal had very many chances. Declan Rice went ahead to break a lot. He made very huge interceptions, but Arsenal never went ahead to capitalize onto them, and it's really hunting them. When you look at how Martinelli plays, he really he holds onto that boy a lot. Something that he shouldn't be doing, And today I've gone ahead to start up with some negatives that I've gone ahead to obviously turn into positives, because at least for the second goal, you saw to it that it's something that they went ahead to obviously understand that that needs to be done. And how does that come up? Because Leandro Trossard drops deep in the midfield, plays in Odegaard, and Odegaard releases Nketiah. Nketiah puts in a line-breaking pass to Kai Havertz. And that's exactly what Arsenal should be doing. And that's why I tell you that Trossard is a different kind of player altogether. And when it reached the 60th minute, I was asking myself, who needs to call Mikel Arteta and tell him that Leandro Trossard deserves to be on the field of play? Because all what Arsenal was lacking was a little bit of composure and brilliancy on that left attacking side of the midfield. And you see to it that when he came in through, that is Trossard, he put himself in a better situation. How did he put himself in a better situation? He played as an inverted midfield. You know, he never played wide like Martinelli. And that's what this guy gives you, because he can freely express himself on the ball. You can give him a benefit of doubt each and every time he gets the ball and it drifts in the midfield. And that was the only thing that Arsenal needed to do. They needed numbers in the midfield that could get hold of that ball and really see to it that they attract attention from the side of Brighton, and then they would have gone ahead to create space for any of those midfielders. And you saw to it that Martin Odegaard dropped a little bit deeper, like he did against Luton Town, and then he started getting that ball, and you know him when he gets that ball, you know. But talking Martin Odegaard today, I think he was wanting badly to score. I think no Arsenal player had shots at the goal of Brighton than Odegaard. Odegaard was everywhere the pitch. He was really rallying up the fans of Arsenal every time. No, he has this. He was like spinning his right hand, telling them that please, can you get us more energy and morale? Keep rocking, keep rocking, keep rocking. The same applies to what's the name of that guy? The same applies to Zinchenko, right? I like their energy. You know, however much in the first half things are not going on right, they kept on telling the fans, we're obviously going to get you until that goal of Gabriel Jesus really went ahead to come in through. But it was in the 53rd minute, those are 7 minutes into the second half, that Arsenal got the first goal through Gabriel Jesus. Very nice header at the back post, and he obviously went ahead to put that ball in the back of the net, and he has gone ahead to take his tally onto the league to 3. So he now has 7 goals in the league. And I told you this season, Jesus is going to hit. He's going to score 20 goals. He's going to score 20 goals. That is it. He's going to score 20 goals this season, and watch him. Watch him. He's going to disapprove everyone who says that he cannot score 20 goals this season, you know? And he has shown you today that he can really lift the team when it best needs him, and has gone ahead to do it. So, then 26 minutes later, that is 34 minutes later, Kai Havertz went ahead to score his 4th goal of the Premier League season. So he's on fire. He's on fire. Everyone was going ahead to obviously undermine the acts of Kai Havertz and really going ahead to downplay Arteta's signing. You now have to really sit down and eat your words. Don't mince them. Just eat them, and this guy should really get an apology from you. And you should bow for this guy. You should bow for this guy. That is Martinelli, because of what has gone ahead to put out on the field of play. You know, I'm talking about Kai Havertz. And what a way to turn around the season. You know, and he has come out and scored 3 important goals for Arsenal. The first important goal he scored for Arsenal was against Brentford. He scored the winner. Then he went ahead to level up the game when Arsenal was playing against Luton Town, you remember. Then he went ahead to score in the game when Arsenal was playing in the Champions League against RC Rennes, the first goal. And today, Arsenal were really living onto tenterhooks. And I know very many Arsenal fans were really having a lot of pressure onto them because of how everything was really panning out at the Stadium of Emirates. Goals were not going in through. Verbruggen put his body on the line. Lewis Dunk, you know, those 2 shots from Zinchenko and Odegaard that he blocked in a space of like 2 seconds, you know, they're really defensive. They're really very defensive. But Kai Havertz cut Arsenal off that rope, you know, of hanging on 1 goal, because 1 goal could obviously take Arsenal into a very bad mode, because Arsenal has only gone ahead to keep 2 clean sheets at home. This is the third one. And I was asking myself, how can Arsenal really rely on one goal, yet they know it's hard for them to keep a clean sheet at the Emirates? And Kai Havertz came up and obviously cut them off the rope. And a clean sheet kept again. A clean sheet for Arsenal. You know, clean sheets are really important, especially if at all you are building up something great for your team. But Declan Rice, who was really a player that I'm going to let you know more about what he did when we go into the player ratings. He was really unbelievable tonight. He was unreal. William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes. And guys, do you remember a very beautiful pass that Gabriel Magalhaes went ahead to play and really release Zinchenko? You know, this guy is really becoming good. I told you that some players don't really want to improve because they face no competition. But when they face competition, they obviously become good. Look at how Jakub Kiwior has gone ahead to obviously make Gabriel Magalhaes turn into one of the best press-resistant defenders in the world. And he goes ahead to put in line-breaking passes. I remember there is a goal that Trossard scored. I think Trossard put in a cross. Was it in the Champions League? There is a team that Arsenal was playing against. I think it was in the Champions League. There is the way Gabriel Magalhaes went ahead to obviously do that pass, you know. Trossard made a run inside and faked, yet his intention was to obviously beat the offside trap and then gate back onside, and he passes. And that's exactly what he did. Then Gabriel Magalhaes read that run like a book, and he really put in a very good cross, you know. It was over the top, he got hold of it, he cut inside, and then he chipped that ball to find Gabriel Jesus. I think that was the third goal that Arsenal scored against PSV, you know. So I've seen Gabriel Magalhaes do that close to 4 or 5 times this season, and it's really very important for the club of Arsenal that you can have a defender that can really do that over top ball, because sometimes you need to do that. So today he tried it, but it never really went ahead to obviously result into the best. But I liked that, and I really enjoyed him. Zinchenko, solid. Benjamin White getting a very, very clumsy yellow card that you wouldn't like to get in such games. So Arsenal have gone ahead to win, and they are back on the Premier League table with 39 points. They are waiting for Man United against Liverpool and see how they're going to perform. If United makes them drop a point, then they'll obviously be having 38. You know, they'll be having 38 points. And remember, teams like Aston Villa have also gone ahead to win. I'm going to obviously show you results and how the Premier League table is really looking. But congratulations to Mikel Arteta getting back on the touchline. Remember the game they lost to Aston Villa, he wasn't on the touchline. He was back on the touchline, and he commanded his army very, very, very well to obviously find themselves really going ahead to score 2. I had predicted 3-1, but he saw to either this game would have gone ahead to go to that levels. It would have gone ahead to go to the levels because chances were there, but it looked like it was not going to be a high-scoring game for Arsenal. But I had predicted that it's going to be a high-scoring game, and it was the best chance for Arsenal to revenge, having gone ahead not to win against Brighton, you know, in the last, I think, 2 or 3 consecutive seasons and matches being played at the Emirates. So it was really very ashamed that Arsenal had gone ahead to lose to that team very many times. And this time around, they showed up, they lived up to the occasion, and they gave us the best that we deserve. And they've gone ahead to win another game of football in their season. What a way for them to do that, and it's really very, very important. But again, Mikel Arteta got a yellow card. No, now he's 2 yellow cards short from obviously being sent off what we call the touchline again. So we don't know how that's going to happen, but he was obviously trying to demonstrate against the referee not showing Mitoma a yellow card, yet he had obviously gone ahead to do the same foul that Ben White did to Mitoma, and Mitoma went ahead to obviously see that guy booked, and later he was given a yellow card, and even Mitoma was given a yellow card. But Mitoma, he's not yet back to the player we knew last season. I don't know exactly what's wrong with him, but he's really, 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 really not motivated. Now look at the stats. It shows you how one-sided this game was. 26 shots by Arsenal, 6 shots by Brighton, 9 shots on target by Arsenal, 4 more would have been on target. Brighton had 1 shot on target. It shows you how Arsenal closed them and they couldn't allow them to operate in the final third of the pitch. 49% ball possession by Arsenal. Brighton had 51% ball possession. 516 passes completed by Arsenal. Brighton had 53%. Sorry, had 533 passes. 89% passing accuracy. The same applies to Brighton. It had 89% passing accuracy. 11 fouls by Arsenal. 9 fouls by Brighton. 1 yellow card to Arsenal. 3 yellow cards to Brighton. 0 red cards to both sides. 1 offside to both sides. 10 corners to Arsenal. It shows you how much Arsenal pressed them onto the wall, and they couldn't obviously twist even an inch. And 1 corner to Brighton. It shows you exactly how the game was. Now, we go to other games. West Ham has won against... West Ham has beaten which team? They've beaten a team by 3-0. Then Aston Villa came from behind to beat Brentford by 2-1. So they're having 38 points. Now, this is how the Premier League table is really looking. Premier League table standings. All right. That's how they're really looking. Arsenal, 17 games, 39 points. Aston Villa, 17 games, 38 points. Liverpool, 16 games, 37 points, meaning that if at all they win against Man United, they go on top. If they drop points, Arsenal will spend the next 7 days on top of the Premier League table. Liverpool, 37. Man City, 17 games, 34 points, meaning that Arsenal is now 5 points ahead of Manchester City, and Arsenal have a chance to stretch it to 8 if at all they win against Liverpool, because Man City will be playing in the FIFA World Cup. Sorry, Club Cup. Then Tottenham are having 33 points, 17 games. Newcastle, 29 points. West Ham, 27. Man United, 16 games and 27 points, meaning that if at all you need to go ahead and really win today, they'll go to 30 and they go back to the 6th position. But I don't see a win of Man United away at Liverpool. So guys, that's what I had for you. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. Arsenal have gone ahead to show us the nerves that they are not going to allow capitulating or imploding. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum. We out. We are heading into the game of Man United and Liverpool at Anfield.